And I just realized my micro was not online. But whatever. Now you have the pleasure to hearing me talk. That's something, right? So... there's an error. Great. You can also use an opaque type, but what? So that is a trait. Oh, okay. Then let's do it like that. And here we want start. Create data. Okay. No. Anything else? Ah, okay, it's still missing. What is it missing here? Indexable. Okay. If you know what, I can just as the good index as my indexable. Okay. Actually, indexable is probably the wrong word I'm using, but hey. I should probably call it just index, but it's... I don't like to use those words because they are used in the standard library and then it sometimes gets confusing, which you mean. So I usually try to find a different word, even if it's not perfectly matching. But maybe I should change that at some point in the future. But for now, let's go on with it. So let's try. Ah, okay, is it still not working because... Let's put this is continue for now. And what is problem here? It does not need to be mutable. Okay, then delete it. Okay, I will run. Let's see if it's now still working. Okay, it seems to still work. Perfect. So where was I? Okay, as if I don't get anything here, then I probably just won't actually return none in this place, which more or less should indicate can it? I actually thought that it only works on results, but if it's working like that, that would actually make it much more nicer. Nice. I didn't know that that is supported in Rust. I learned something again. I thought the question mark operator only works for results. Okay. So if I'm at the end of my line, I want to make sure that I go to the end. Maybe actually make it even a little, yeah, nicer. Let's put it like, can I? Let's see, end. Does that work? It should work, right? And then I don't even need to make this mutable. Nice. Okay. Unneeded late initiation for first. What? Unneeded late for first information. Ah, because I remember I can do that and this. then now in clear I will just, yeah, much better, right? That is, looks way better. And that's why the compiler is sometimes really great in Rust. And I really appreciate it. But you need to get used to it, that's for sure. So I try get the path here. If I have a path, everything is fine, and I can just continue as is. Else, now I need to do this backtracking. Actually, before, so I need to set my current start to back if I can, and if not, then I need to break out and tell, hey, something is really broken. Shouldn't happen, but hey, shit happens sometimes. So. Actually, last. That sounds good. I want to have the last 2 objects. Last one, let's just say. If let some last 2, then actually I'm not entirely sure. Can I? Guess I can, right? I can say I minus equals 1 and what am I writing? It equals last 2 and the start is LT0, if I understand it correctly. Right? But last chunk. You need to. Okay. Interesting choice, but I think it actually makes sense to provide it in here. So. Actually, now I'm interested how this is implemented. Auto definition. Okay, you can just. Okay. Is it actually... I can manipulate... But why shouldn't I be able to... Well, but if it's... Let's trust the compiler here. And for now it should be... As long as I get one path, everything is all fine with me. So, okay. If we have that, we can go in here, set this to this, and just continue from there. Else, we need to return none because, yeah, we can't go further back. Actually, do I need this push? Because I don't push the end here, because I don't want to set it as blocked to make my life a little bit easier. Yeah, okay, great. Let's see if I proc anything. It's this actually seems to work. Okay. Looks still good. No! Only my towers don't hit the enemies, but you can't have everything. And I really want to try to speak a little bit. Yeah. In a deeper voice for whatever reason. Whoa. Here does not need to be mutable. Okay, then. So, but it still seems to work. And hopefully now I removed. Maybe actually I could look into fuzzy testing. Maybe I could look into that to test my... Ah, no, it's still not working. And that's actually the exact thing I meant. Probably I now have... Ah, I know what I forgot. I actually... I get here the last chunk, but I actually need to remove them from the array here. That's still my problem. For my all starts ends. Remove? Can I... Is there something like... Cool. Train removes everything, right? Ah, nee. Removes the subslice indicated by the given range from the vector, returning a double-ended iterator of the removed subslice. And what exactly? Okay, but that should be possible to use. All start length minus 2 up to all starts length, right? That's what I want to train. Let's try again. Yeah, let's just build as much towers. Maybe I can. Maybe I should really invest the time to implement some proper testing for the path algorithm, so I don't need to wait all the time. But on the other hand, I do believe being forced to play the game sometimes should help in making the game better. And it failed again, although it's interesting why it fails this time. Ah, because I think I don't allow my pass to go. Yeah, and then shit like this is happening, that it's... they fly. They suddenly gain wings and fly through the map. Maybe I should leave it like this as a punishment. If you block all possible paths, then they suddenly start to fly. Yeah, no. So why is it still not working? The training seems to work. Maybe I should. You know what? Now let's try to make an actually. Oh, I see config test. I think that. And now I can implement. I actually there's mod. Perfect. So I actually now I'm interested in, let me fuzzy testing or fast testing, that's what it's called. Rust, is there a way to do this? Let's make this big. Okay. Cargofus is a recommended tool for fast testing Rust code. Okay. Then install it in a, what the fuck? Do I really need to create a project for your create? Okay, let's see setup. Cargo install. Cargos. Okay. Cargo install. Cargo bus. Maybe for now. Let's just see how far we get this without forcing that I will move this to another. Right. Okay. So random Dijkstra should work, because if I think about it now, I can probably just have enough. A broken path that should work, and see if it actually is working. Okay. Okay, let's Dijkstra. Let data should be Dijkstra data. So this is one nice press. That is just let mod press as a hash. Map. New. That was tile state. Also it needs to be a hash map as well, but I'm not entirely sure how I will see this. But okay, let's see. Tile state distance is once again a hash map. Resolver, oh, I think is shortest past resolver. And distance function, let distance function be world distance, I think. Yep. Yeah, let's put in 50 for now. So what does it not like? Okay. Much. Great. And no. Okay, I don't need this, so and then data run. I need a start. So that should be something like yeah, let's check this line on. And I would need an end. Okay. And also values I need to think, and use would be let use, I think, how did I call it? Quick directions, variance, iter, map, get, yes, right? Path, and now I can say assert. Path, and here we have some kind of path. And it seems that let me. Because it seems my stream is not working anymore. But why? No, it's back. Perfect. I really wondered what's going on here. Okay, so what do I want to put in here? I have my directions. Okay, that all looks good. Now I need to think about let's make this running again. It's why would it? Shouldn't it ignore the test? Where is my problem now? Yeah, that shouldn't matter, right? Right? That's all. Where is it breaking? Actually, it shouldn't. Is this configure attributes? Ignore all this stuff? I'm a little bit confused here. Yeah, but then if I just need to path anything, then let's go for 0, 0, and we want to go as at the end. So let's make this as 10 and 10, and from 0 to 0. Actually, that's currently just actually, that's oops. I just want to delete until right like that. And let's go here for now with none. And let's see if I can run this. Maybe I actually need parsing as well. Or the other option is to pull out all randomness out of the algorithm and put it in as an. So more or less I don't know, I give it 10 points. I'm not sure what I actually want to do here right now. Okay, let's first make sure that Dijkstra is working, and then let's think about how I can test the random version of it. But Cannot apply unary operator to type. Equal, I think, right? No, as well. Isn't there something like assert? Oh, okay, let's. How was that in Rust? Rust has assert option. What? How? Okay, one. Also the easy thing is that I say path is them. That should work, right? Yeah. And no tiles they insert something like grid index 0. Or maybe I can just maybe let's do this as a function that I can reuse it. Create, how do I call it? Create test data. It returns me a tile state, I guess. Yeah, tile state cache. Simple tile state cache. Or you know what? Let's just return a vector grid index tile state. Import tile state. I think that's actually the easiest thing to do. And then let's go with X column. Returns me X with columns, and X grid columns would be, I don't know, 10. And hex rows. So rows returns rows. Import this. Then I can now create more or less hex hash grid from. Does it not have a method? Just have new. Actually, no, I could probably add here a method because that's actually what I do regardless. So let me check if I make too much work here. Let's go in here, init grid, go to definition, and what exactly am I doing here? Because if you look here, I go more or less through all those. And then initialize my hex grid entry state here in this grid. So more or less what I could do is just create my hex grid entry state. What am I talking? I could create my so what I could do would be something like let grid equal x hash grid from row and columns. I would pass the columns into rows and more or less a function here. where I path my index and then okay, it's called chords here. Let me see if that actually works. Chords. So with those chords, I would do that in here. Maybe within it. Let's make it clear what it's meant to do. And then have a version where I don't have in it where I can just pass columns and rows. Let's just make sure that I can. So, in chords, it's just a function that actually, and it returns that. That's exactly what I wanted to have, and now I can more or less put in here this and go here and say and chords. No, that's the wrong on entry. Let's call it like this. And on entry gets my chords. And then let s the new and s on chords equals and what? So, and I want to return this. Of course, this needs to be okay. Mod on entry. And of course, I forgot this is semicolon. Great. Right. And it needs to be public. And what is problem? I probably need to commands insert resource bridge.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
Or
Once a day,
actually,
give yourself a present. Don't plan it. Don't wait for it. Just
I'm not entirely sure if I now made a mistake to not override, but no, it should be fine. Should be fine.
2 cups of good hot black coffee, like this. A present, like Christmas.
Okay, now I can use this method in my... Actually, now that I think about all this,
Great cup of black coffee.
should probably go for now. in here because we test the Dijkstra algorithm, where the Dijkstra algorithm actually is. So let's try this again. Import, 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 and import. And here from exactly hex column, hex rows, and on entry would just be I do nothing here. And let's return here hex hash grid. Okay, I need to, of course, take an... No. Great. No, more or less I have now an empty hex hash grid. And actually, maybe now it's even easier to test this if I say let context equals, I guess, as context. Let me check. From args. Maybe that is really a weird hex rows, hex column, and create test data, right? And now Dijkstra. How is it called? Single path algorithm calculate path. So calculate path with my context and my start would be something like 0, 0, and my end would be I'm not entirely sure, but let's go with something like 8, 8. Oh. So let path equal that, and now all this. What? Sometimes I can't type. What's going on? So let what? So I need to let grid test data test grid. So okay, is okay. And let's 309 substitute binding this column. What? Because of backward range. Okay, then let's do the same for the rows. Inline da. Also why does it not work? Because, okay. Yep, what did I say? 300 and 301. Substitute binding the rows. And now we are good to go, I guess. Test failed. Which one failed? Path is some. It's none. Why is it none in an empty set? Okay. Tum. Rows. How was it called? Let's start rows. N. How did I call it? I forgot how I. Okay, now I need to go into hex with rows. No, it's on my grid. Let's start with that should have. What the fuck? I swear there should be go to definition. It should have. What's it? Get. I was right. Get actual row count. No, So I have and iterator. My context. Context get. Iter start column and first. What is the equivalent to taking? Just taking the first one. I really can't think right now anymore. Not take while. Hop. No. Position. Am I just stupid? Just give me the first element of my. Nth. 0. I think that is what I want, right? Let first, so. And let. I first start should be that, and should be unwrapped. And should be context. Iter end column. Last unwrap. So now I have start and end. I can just put that in here. And why did it now delete? So if I now run cargo test, hopefully it's not compiling. Why is it not compiling anymore? Okay. just, yeah, makes totally sense. If I just want to know that I see it sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. Not run cargo test is what I want to do. Why Dijkstra should work? Path is some. So why is it not working? And that's why you should write tests. Because if it breaks already here... Today I'm not sure what's going on. Just refresh. Okay. Why does it not work? I have a start and I have an end, and it should more or less produce me my... No, I think I know what the problem is. Let me think about this. If I go back in here... No, actually, no, I don't know what the problem is. As iter start column should iterate more or less all those places. What and why is it? And I broke something somewhere. Great. Great. What exactly did I break? Fail to find paths. Thank you very much. Ah. Okay. So this... I don't have enough. I swear to God. Those are bots. It can't be something else. I had someone else asking the same question yesterday. Worded the same. I'm not even sure if it's even the same. Emotion. Icons. I forgot how it's called in English. But whatever. So I probably will just, you know what, I don't even want to bother with it. You can see it probably was just created. And I will just log. Thank you very much. At least it's free followers, even if I'm not sure if I really... Fail to get start. So back to my problem. So So if I try to get my path from here, so actually I think from here to here, why should it not work? That is a very good question. Okay, so, but why would it not work? Can I info? Can I actually, actually, I think there was this issue where it's not printing everything correct, or it's not visible what you print into during tests. And I'm not even sure if this would work. Also use print line start, and I think I need to use debug. And then let's just do it in one row. Question mark. And yeah. Okay. But if I run this now, yes. Yeah, actually I see it. From -7, -5 to 8, 5. Let's print something else. No. I guess yeah. Context. All path select as wait. I think that should work, right? Attempted to take value of method collect on time, use parentheses. Yeah, of course. Sometimes I really wonder. So let's see. Of course, because it thinks, but actually, shouldn't this all pathable by state? Let's look. What am I going? Distance. Actually, I think that is my problem here. Right. I need here tile state. Or what? Let me look something up here. Here, distance aware. Go to implementation for Dijkstra. I get my tile state here. Distances. I get passed in here. Okay, I don't want distances. Mm, uh, okay, thank you very much for the follow. Go to definition. I have get initial distances. Tile state. I guess tile state. Get an initial. So I have a method. I know initial distances for tile state cache. Exactly. So get initial distances for start, right? And now, right, exactly. Okay. Then I can now go in here and cargo test. And now it's passing. Perfect. Nice. So I already fixed one bug. Blah. Speaking is hard. What is going on? Let me put no. Now that we made it work with extra, I probably should go back in here and try to make it work with my random extra. What is here not committed? Okay. Yeah, run it directly. So great. Let's see if I can make the same work for my... Actually, can I just now go into rope extra? I go to the bottom. I will just copy paste all that and go into random selected. Now I have more or less this method here, and all I want to change is here now random. Oops, random extra. But it actually needs a size. But it shouldn't actually matter because it's really only used tile size to calculate the distance. And that shouldn't really matter here, what I put in. So, okay. Yeah, I can remove this. And I can remove that. I can do the same in here. Okay. And now let's test it again. And it's working, but at some point if actually no, it will always work because only actually sometimes it should fail. No, hopefully. Yo, why is it not failing? And let me rename it to random. I would have guessed. No, it failed. Yeah, exactly. That's actually what I meant. Said. Okay. Great. Great. But let me remove. So sprints, because for now I don't think I need them. Okay. Random selected. Okay. So so. How to fix it? I could. Okay, so now go back. Or now the question is probably how to use my. Let me look something. Let's go back here and put it here. And here I want to go back here. So, okay, how does it work for tutorial? Let's see. I don't want to. Cargo was in it. Cargo was this. Was target 1. Let's see what this was target. Okay. First code goes here. Actually, is it really something? Is it really what I want? Especially if there are. Cargo force truck. Is there something like that? Structure we are fussing, right? Now you how stupid is that? I'm not sure. As I know why, but sometimes that you need for everything some kind of crate is kind of annoying. But actually, it seems I don't need to install, so if I go into any types that implements arbitrary. Does it actually help me? If I have complete, can I? Okay, I think I want to remove, because it's not actually what I wanted. Let's see, what do we have? Target, CD, push, what's in here? Okay, RM, not F, boss. Okay, right. Oh, it's gone. And nowhere else to be seen, hopefully. Cargo Tome. There is nothing in here. I can actually ask the how was it called? Bus? Let's see. Nothing. Okay, great. So, okay, then let's just think about it on my own. Where was I? In here. So, let's remove the sub-slice indicated by the range from the returning. If the iterate is dropped before being fully consumed, it drops the remaining removed elements. Okay, the returned iterator keeps a mutable borrow on the... Keeps a mutable borrow on the vector to optimize its... okay. Okay, but I don't actually should do what I expected to do. Ah. Ah, I see. I have to... I'm actually not sure if this actually works, because I'm not entirely sure. None points plus equal 1. I need to attempt to change range bound within loop. The range of the loop is unchanged. Okay, exactly. That's what I thought. And for that reason, we need to convert this to a while loop. Can I just go in here? While let. And no, not while let. For each, nope. Okay. Let mod e is 0. And then just while e smaller no points. And actually we don't need, because now I can just e. And maybe we should have some kind of upper boundary, like, I don't know, let's go for 100. Let up me. Yeah, we got. Okay, I'm not sure if it's tries. Twice close equal 1. If tries upper boundary return none. Maybe we should panic here, but yeah, it I don't think that's too important right now. And cargo run. And it panicked. Thank you very much. Where did it panic? Double free or corruption? What the who? Holy crap! How okay. How did that happen? So while E let's see if I just print E tries and that's it. Cargo run. And it's what why can't find bevy look cargo run. What the fuck? Yes, random sect attempt to construct with overflow. 126. Ah, that's the problem. What? Ah, of course. Of course. I have to here increment this. And anything else? No, I don't think. And why failed? Why? Also I never entered. Maybe I can all starts. I can actually when it first gets worse before it gets better. I swear to God, no, it's not even printing anything. And why is it not printing anything? Create random file to get started. Huh? Why? So I'm never ever going into here, but I still don't have. So if E equals num points, I put it to end, else I get a random point, right? Then I try get a pass. Did I forget to? I'm really confused now because it seems now that's the last thingy is never computed. But why? Because I probably should make a pause now. Because it's really confusing for me. And I can't think straight anymore. So what is going on? But I really would like to fix it right now. So ha, cargo run, and we are back. Let's build some towers just to further the fun of it. So and it is crashing. Great. Fail to find path. Zero, 1. Let's here. That's actually where I'm went. Also I'm in my first try. Interesting. Interesting how it still failed here, because it seems that but I really have to think about this a little bit more some other time, because I'm now currently, my brain is dead. Let's quit it correctly and yeah, take a last look on my amazing background image. And yeah, have a nice day. Maybe I'm on later on, but I don't think so.